What's good, neighborhood? And welcome back to yet another installment of Warframe Wednesday. It's great to have you guys here, and well, I was getting in a little bit of practice with, well, not practice, but getting a few runs in with Mirage last night. But today, today is going to be a lot of fun because I want to show y'all just what I've been up to. Well, oh, I didn't even get this set up. I didn't even get this load up, worked up yet. Well, let's fix that. Because, like I've been mentioning on Twitter, the target for today's Warframe Wednesday is none other than this guy right here. Well, unfortunately, I didn't go through and grind to get all the component blueprints for the vanilla variant, but I still have the Prime, which is good enough. Here we go, something that looks at least a little bit closer to his normal skin. I think we'll go with that. But you see, we can't have a proper Hydroid Prime without a proper pirate setup. Man of the sea, baby. So let's see. If I remember right, I had Hydroid using. Okay, who the hell would be texting me this early in the morning? Sorry. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Picking the proper thematic setup for our good friend Hydroid here. So let's see. Water-worn pistols. We've got an ancient-looking shotgun, and then we finish it off with. Oh, yes, I remember now. Although I don't have the Prime variant of that, we're gonna go here. Sorry, it's gonna take me a little bit. This is something I should have. This is something I should have tried doing, last night. But frankly, I just wanted to get on to playing the game. Exactly. Yes, indeedy. Today is Hydroid Day. And not gonna lie, I'm gonna have, like I said, I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. So, now that I'm done finally making Hydroid look like a respectable man of the sea, let's get down to it, shall we? You know exactly where we're gonna go. We're gonna go beat up some punching bags. So yeah, in the meantime, though, as we're getting everything all, not a face. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know why I didn't use any Squidward memes for this guy. But to be fair, the Davy Jones stuff does seem a bit more apropos. Ooh, excuse me. All right. So let's go ahead and get our dummy set up so that we can finally get down to it. Oh, now I know why I stuck more to the Davy Jones stuff because of how Hydroid looks in his prime getup. Like the prime variant of Hydroid, like literally has tentacle mouth Pirates of the Caribbean thing going on. But anyway, this dude right here, this is the Deep Sea Marauder. Now Hydroid's passive ability is really, really good for characters who are definitely more of the offensive run and gun type. Because if you're looking for setups to get anything good going, then all you got to do is just jump in and do a slam attack. Pretty much any sort of ground impact move outside of, let's say, certain finishers with one of the gauntlet stances, I believe. What it does is it basically generates a Kraken tentacle once you make impact. Like so. Oh god, everything's just going wrong. But right at the same time. And the best part is that you can have 3 of these on the field at any given time. There's 2, and there's 3. Oh yeah, he's a hit with the schoolgirl crowd, I'm sure. But anyway, actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Nidus Prime would look like. Why is Riona not here? This is her bread and butter. I'm telling you. But for any of the rookies in the room, that's what you're going to have to work with as far as when you get Hydroid right out of the box. You've already got yourself a good setup as far as starting any sort of skirmish with any enemy mobs that you get into. Now, Hydroid's first actual ability, his first, and I would dare say his best, and that's saying something. The Tempest Barrage. Basically, The captain calls on support fire from the ship's guns. Like, literally, it's just a rain of water projectile, like water based cannonballs. Y'all saw what happened. Folks just got blown up. Now, if you're working with a team that, say, has a Nidus on the roster, or Korra, or, someone that can actually utilize abilities to cluster groups together, oh, like Vauban, for example, with his Bastille and Vortex. Get anybody pinned, or even get someone held down by one of the ground slam tentacles, drop a Tempest Barrage on them, and just watch the madness ensue. But here's the thing. If you decide to actually hold the cast instead of just tapping it, you see that water field that shows up? That is going to be that is basically going to be your range of fire for when you finally drop the barrage. Like so. Anything and everything in the area just gets blasted. Probably would look like a strike skin, but yeah, with the with the usual prime gold accents that you get. But anywho, that's his first ability. Ability number 2, Tidal Surge. Now this one, of course, you get when you're at rank 5, and Tidal Surge is just it's your basic rush maneuver. It's good if you can control it. It's even better if you can make sure you don't, run yourself off the edge of something and just completely break your ankles. I can't really say much about Tidal Surge, except that if you need to get somewhere quickly and you want to make sure that you're out of an enemy's line of sight or an enemy's line of fire, then you'd be in good hands with that. But yeah, the Tempest Barrage is definitely Hydroid's bread and butter skill. Going back to that real quick. But anyway, once you land on rank 7, once you land this bad boy on rank 7, that's when you get his third ability, Undertow. Now, Undertow is interesting because it's a sustained skill, right? It'll drain energy the longer you're in that form. But it's great for stealth. And what's really messed up is that if you attack from the undertow, just like just pull the trigger like you're firing a gun. Yoink. And I believe you can actually increase the number of enemies that you have that you can pull underneath with you and just keep them there to take constant damage, drowning them. And what's more, well, if you had the energy for it, you could actually cast Tidal Surge while you're in Undertow and immediately transition back to your physical form. Oh, let me try that again. So you do Undertow, and Tidal Surge. And sorry, it doesn't transition you back to your physical form, but it allows you to actually travel, at a faster speed, and you can still just keep pulling enemies under, drowning them. Quick bursts of stealth and crowd control. And what's more is that if you're using Tidal Surge and you want to hit the brakes, cast Undertow, and you stop right where you are. You immediately transition to water form, and then you can start with the stealth shenanigans again. Come here, you, and you too. Get over here. So I've got 6 mooks drowning in the puddle as we speak. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in that brief time where your enemies are recovering from being under the water for so long, if you just dip out, you could very likely make it so that they don't detect you until it's too late. And lastly, but certainly not least, once you get to rank 10. Once you get to rank 10. Okay, this would be where the point where someone actually plays that gif of Liam Neeson in oh god, that one. I forget what the title of that movie is, but the one where he's Zeus, saying release the Kraken. Rank 10 is the oh my move. And the thing is, even with the regular tentacle swarm growing, if you use a ground slam, you can still generate you can still generate 3 more. That's what it was. It was the remake of Clash of the Titans. Thank you for that reminder. I don't know why I forgot the name of that movie. But anyway, Tentacle Swarm is a very useful crowd control skill. And what's more is, just like with Tempest Barrage, you hold the cast and you get an expanding field of effect. So, if you're running defense or excavation, then you've got another good choice with a bare minimum rank 10 Hydroid. But you see, it gets even worse for the enemy because if you've got that going, you can still call down a Tempest Barrage too. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, well, no matter what your skill level or your knowledge level of Warframe is, once you get your hands on Hydroid, I'm pretty sure you'll notice that any combination of his abilities can play together really well. Like if you kit yourself just right, and it doesn't take much to do. If you kit yourself just right, then you've got a Warframe that would allow you to solo most survival missions, most defense missions. Heck, damn near any mission on the star chart. There was mention of augments earlier, though, and that's definitely something that I would like to. That's definitely something I'd like to go over real quick. So, We're going to start with the augment for his first ability, Corroding Barrage. Now, as you can see on the screen, it says that each projectile, when this mod is maxed out, has a definite, we're talking 100% chance of proccing corrosive status. Great for armored enemies, so pretty much the Corpus or the Grineer. But basically, any enemies that use armor, you can strip that armor, thus allowing you to do more damage with Corroding Barrage. Yes. Yes, I did show off that you could charge us 4. Yeah, that's true. Increasing the radius does cost more energy, but it is you you know and I know it's totally worth it. It is definitely worth the cost. And I also did a quick little ability combo where I paired up the Tentacle Swarm with Tidal Barrage. But as I was saying, with Tidal Impunity, again, it's another great augment for increasing your survivability because once you go once you go under the water and start that rush, any status elements you have on you, they get cleared on top of that. But then you got a full 12 seconds when this is maxed out, a full 12 seconds of immunity to status effects for you or any of your allies that you decide to slip and slide into. Turns out those are the only 2 augment mods I had, but the third one. Oh, his third augment was where was it? Where was it? Ah, thanks for mentioning that earlier, Jen. By the way, curative undertow. It's basically you go under the water. Any allies that come in with you, you get healing. And then his fourth mod, which is actually a really good mod, a really good augment for farming, is Pilfering Swarm. Which basically what winds up happening is that you cast Tentacle Swarm, and any enemies that are killed by it have increased chance of dropping items. It's good for getting resources. It's good for trying to farm. It's good for trying to farm mods or even blueprints that you're having trouble picking up. Let's get that in there one more time. And let's call in one of those. Yeah, it's basically mug. Now, one other thing I should show you about the tentacle swarm for for any newbies that are watching. Tentacle swarm is really good for setting up defensive corridors, and I'm not talking just you get a not just getting a range of effect on the floor, but you can cast tentacle swarm on any surface. I'm talking walls and ceilings. Yeah, it's kind of gnarly. Oh, excuse me. Don't want to go back to the relay. I want to go back to the orbiter. So, if you if you haven't been able to actually find if you haven't been able to actually find the relics that give you the Hydroid Prime pieces, but you still want to get your hands on Hydroid himself, you'll be able to unlock this bad boy once you get yourself to Mastery Rank 5, and you unlock the Oro node. And that node is where you face off against the boss, Councilor Vay Hek. Let's go ahead and run through that mission real quick, just so I can show you what you have to look forward to. Now, keep in mind, this is a level 20 to 25 mission. So, once you get to Mastery Rank 5 and you unlock that node, what you're going to want to do is go in there with the Warframe that you have been using the most. The one that you've been, you know, the one that you found for yourself that you've really been putting the time into. Speaking of kinda gnarly, yeah. Are you done laughing yet, Titus? So yeah, as expected, whoop, as expected, boss fights are assassination missions. And notice, I'm already using Undertow. Use Title Search to try and get a bit more distance on that. But I basically wind up using both abilities to, close the gap between myself and this blasted turret. There we go. Let's give me some more energy. And we'll keep the fight going. There we go. Now, I mean, here we are. It's a live fire mission. You can... Even I was amazed at how immediately useful Hydroid's abilities are, especially his passive. Now, once again, I know Hydroid's not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, there we go. But yeah, Hydroid's not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, that's a given. That's fair. Oh, we're already going then. Okay. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but he's viable. No question about it. Oh, there will be no mess that you can clean up. You know, I could ask you that question. Oh, come here. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's you. Oh, that's not cool. I see that's the problem with magnetic damage. You get nailed with it, and then you are. It's like you get nailed with it, and then once the screen basically comes back on, you're basically stuck without energy. So yeah, being hit with any sort of magnetic status is never a good thing. Especially not for especially not for a Warframe that, by and large, does rely as much on energy as Hydroid. So you need to find any way you can to keep yourself topped off on not only energy but also shields. Yep, I know. I know what to do. A large portion of it includes, not getting myself killed. Ooh, that's it. Everyone's got to go. Oh no, we ain't done. Not in the slightest. My boy's over here still hanging around. Yeah. Well, then bring it on. Indeed, we do. Yeah, that's the one thing about this boss fight you gotta really keep an eye on. The fact that this guy has a weak point that you need to try and aim for. And, well, aiming on the move ain't always the easiest. Come on, I almost got you, you slime. Okay, I need to keep myself moving for just a little bit. Oh, 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 someone was trying to blow me up. That jerk. Alright, let's see if I can't put the finishing touches on this fight. Come on with it. Come on with it. Oh, not in good shape. There we go. Let's get some of that health back. Oh, he's up there. Thought I'd be able to keep him bottlenecked right there. Okay, I'm almost out of shotgun ammo. Come on, show your ugly mug. Okay, I'm pretty sure I had that coming. Okay, sitting on low health, low shields, and I'm out of shotgun rounds. This could be a bit of a problem. Whoop. Alright, where are you? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. This is about to suck. Well then, I guess I got toasted. Tiny hitbox, occasionally active. High possibility of running out of ammo. Yeah. Bang. Done, done, done. Now, there are other weapons that I could have actually gone into this fight with. I mean, I could have I could have jumped in here with my, you know, Hall of Mirrors set up with Mirage and just very likely just come in and completely bodied him. Whoop. But that's the thing. I still wanted to, if nothing else, show you guys that if I can do what I've done with Hydroid, then any like any big time Hydroid mains, I'm sure they'll definitely be able to pull out some pretty wild stuff, no matter what mission you're on. So, whenever you get the chance, always take the time to thank your local Davy Jones. Oh, and as you can see right there on the rewards list, I got I got the Hydroid Neuroptics blueprint. Now, if I remember correctly, it's like you're guaranteed to get a blueprint drop, and it's literally a 1 in 3 chance for any particular for any specific part that you're trying to get, whether it's the neuroptics, the systems, or the chassis. And like I said, Hydroid Prime definitely goes for more of the, you know, pirate helmet and the beard and the pirate helmet, the beard, the coat. And I've got a couple of nice setups for this guy, at least cosmetics wise. Yeah, Definitely, definitely a boss that isn't necessarily the most fun to run up against. Excuse me. But that's Hydroid in a nutshell. You know, he can be a lot of fun. He's got a really good tool set, and I think once you get him up to rank 10 and unlock his fourth ability, well, honestly, everything really takes off with him once you get used to laying down the support fire with the Tempest Barrage. But again, this is definitely one of those Warframes where once you hit rank 10, you'll start seeing the kind of crowd control ability you have with the Tentacle Swarm, and combining that with the tentacles you get from the slam attack. There's a lot of really good interability synergy. And then once you're running with a team, then the possibilities just exponentially grow. Uh, yeah, the tentacle jokes, they can go all day. And honestly, I wish I had all day to continue streaming, but we got to bring this episode of Warframe Wednesday to an end. For everybody that stuck around, I greatly appreciate it. For everybody who's watching this, after the fact, especially on YouTube, I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you found this and the rest of the series informative. Because even with the state of the game now and the state of the community, the only way that this game can actually get better is if everyone, developers and players, veterans, partners, rookies, the only way this game gets better is if we all work together to make it better. Do what we can to make it better, whether it's making tutorials like this, or, for those that actually have direct access to talking to the developers, take some time and really take some time and really help voice what the community's feeling. So, yeah, we should all lift together. Anyways, y'all have yourselves a top notch Wednesday. I'll catch you next time. Stay good, neighborhood.